On the other hand, somewhere else, the old doctor is at an investigation scene where a body has just been discovered. As the doctor opens up the body bag to examine the corpse, he is caught by surprise, but regardless, gets to taking pictures. All of a sudden, he feels the presence of the blonde woman and the father behind him. They, in the meantime, are feeling sad that Ayaka, the dead daughter, is still not reviving, but the blonde woman tells him to continue and hope the next one will work out. Even the blonde man is seen there, and at a closer look, it is revealed that he too has a red eye, as he prepares to face off against Yakumo. On a dark and rainy night, Hijikata drives on empty roads. Suddenly, in the middle of the street, she sees a pain laying on the road. Seeing this, she immediately gets out of the car and heads towards this man. Upon inspection, she finds him to be wriggling in pain while holding his chest. As such, she immediately calls an ambulance when, all of a sudden, he begins to scream aloud in pain. And the next thing you know, his body ceases to move. Hijikata, who is now on the ground after getting scared, is distraught. However, the real danger still eludes her. As she turns back, she finds the figure of this man behind her, covered in an ominous purple aura. The next morning, a corpse of a schoolgirl is discovered and hence, the police are called. There, the creepy old doctor is called to examine the body and learns that the method of killing is the same as the girl they found previously. As a result, he concludes that this must be the work of a serial killer. All of a sudden, another police officer comes running, telling his peers that they are going to hold a press conference about this situation. Although the old doctor is surprised about this, one of the officers reveals that just recently another girl was reported missing. Rumi, who is now being investigated and on the news because of her disappearance, has made this situation public, and so the police will have to have a conference about it. Therefore, the officers head to the venue, but there, they learn that Godu has been transferred out of this unit. Because of his tendency to poke his nose in unrelated matters, the top brass has sent him somewhere else. This somewhere is the Criminal Investigation Division's Unsolved Cases Special Investigation Unit. Along with him, Ishii Yutaro has also been transferred. At the office, Ishii arrives for the first day, introducing himself, but Godu is taking a nap and ignores him. Suddenly, the phone starts to ring. It is the chief calling him to his cabin, but Godu is reluctant and tells the chief to just tell him the situation over the phone. This rash side of Godu makes Ishii watch in admiration. Meanwhile, at Meisei University, Haruka meets with a concerned friend. This girl tells her about how she saw a ghost and was told by Miki to consult Haruka. As such, Haruka goes to the film clubroom, where Yakumo is sitting on his own. Once there, Haruka takes out some of her personal belongings from the fridge, starting an argument with Yakumo. Moreover, it is revealed that Haruka is now an official member of this club, and as such, she has just as much entitlement to the facilities here as Yakumo. There, Yakumo also notices Shoshi has started calling him Yakumo, unlike before when she referred to him as Seidu-san. She claims that it feels weird calling him so formally when they are the same age. Somehow or the other, she convinces him of this, but just as she is about to get onto the reasons he is here, Godu walks in. He tells Yakumo to come with him. Seeing this, he tries to come up with an excuse, stating he has arrangements with Haruka, but she is nowhere to be seen. It is revealed that she sneaked out earlier and now is trying to investigate her friend's incident on her own. While Godu takes Yakumo to the chief's house, he tells him about how Hijikata, the female journalist, and Ando, a 42-year-old man, were found collapsed on the ground. Ando dies due to an overdose, but now Hijikata's family are claiming she has been possessed. It so happens to be that the chief of police is Hijikata's father, who has begged Godu to save his daughter, and so they finally reach their destination. While Godu and Yakumo head inside, Ishii is seen to be fantasizing about Haruka, bewitched by her beauty.
Stop it. Get some help.
On the other hand, Haruka violates the location of the incident. There, she finds a grave and decides to pray over it. Nevertheless, as she looks up, she finds a white figure floating on the river. This white figure's words manipulate Haruka, telling her to come closer, and she jumps into the river. Fortunately, there happen to be policemen around who overhears the commotion. Back at the chief's house, as Godu and Yakumo enter, they find a bed where Hijikata is laying down, looking pale, weak, and out of it. However, upon sensing their presence, she sits up straight, making aggressive and insane expressions towards them. Telling Godu to stay back, Yakumo closes in to take a better look and finds that Ando's soul is looming over her. With this, he takes a step back, informing Godu about his findings. According to him, Ando wants to live desperately, and that is why he is possessing Hijikata. Not only that, but if this continues, she will weaken more and eventually die. Even Yakumo is not sure how to deal with this situation, but first, they need to know all they can about this Ando guy. Consequently, they head to the creepy doctor to retrieve Ando's files. There, the doctor is amazed to see Yakumo. He welcomes him, asking him questions about death and human souls. However, Godu and Ishii break up the topic. Anyway, after retrieving the files, Godu orders Ishii to go find the stuff Endo had on him when he died. As such, while Ishii is away, Godu and Yakumo look over the files. While waiting, Yakumo claims that Ishii holds feelings for Godu. Feelings which are something more than respect and admiration, as per Yakumo. This male Godu derided out when suddenly Ishii finally arrives. Although Godu is now worried about Ishii's intentions, they all still go over the items and Yakumo finds a picture in a book. This is the picture of Ayaka, the same ghost Haruka saw on the river. With this, Ishii is ordered to investigate one of the keys while Godu and Yakumo investigate the other key in this picture. As such, they head to a clinic to investigate the photograph. It just so happens that Haruka was also admitted there after being found by someone while drowning. There, Yakumo possesses a detective, however the doctor recognizes him. Apparently, he was the one who helped Yakumo's mother, Azusa, birth him. The doctor asks how his mother is, learning that she has been missing for 10 years. In a flashback, it is revealed that one night, Yakumo's mother tried to strangle him to death. Even the red jewel necklace belongs to her. That night, he manages to snatch it from her while he was saved by a security officer, Godu. Yakumo also has one question for the doctor. How did his mother react seeing that her newborn had a red eye? The doctor is hesitant to answer, but upon Yakumo's insistence, he reveals that she was completely horrified after seeing this. This makes him extremely sad and he exits the room, seeing Haruka, who woke up and ended up eavesdropping on the conversation, standing outside the door. Regardless, he ignores her and makes his way to the river. As he stares at the water, he is enraged and decides to discard the red jewel. As he begins to throw the necklace away, Haruka intervenes, stopping him from doing so. She claims that he should not throw it away, his mother's only possession, but Yakumo pushes her away. He questions what Haruka knows about him. As Haruka falls over, he realizes that he is getting violent and feels apologetic. But Haruka then begins to speak. She claims that of course, she knows nothing about him. Yakumo is always alone, carrying all his burdens in silence. However, she wants to help him. Not only that, she tells him to not discard his mother's necklace, claiming that although she might have her reasons, she was still his mother. Her words are enough for Yakumo to change his mind. With this, he apologizes to Haruka, handing her the necklace to hold on to. As they share this bittersweet moment, they are seen to be watched by the blonde couple. The man expresses how, even despite learning the truth, Yakumo is still able to resist the darkness. But this is all just a path of life. Eventually, he too will fall into the abyss, swallowed by the never-ending night, just like his mother did. In addition, the man orders the woman to inform their victim that he has just found a prefect vessel for his daughter's soul. It is seen that their victim is no one other than the Dr. Kinoshita, who they just met with today. Regardless, now that Yakumo is in control of his emotions, Haruka tells him about her ordeal. Recalling the story about her friend, Mayuko, who happened upon the ghost, she takes him to the same location. There, Godu comes running behind. While Yakumo investigates, God asks what happened and Haruka tells him. Hearing this, he just tells her to call up Yakumo for these sorts of things. However, Haruka states that she doesn't want to be someone who just uses him for his power. With this, she goes to Yakumo's side, who tells her the same thing. Not only that, but he also sees the ghost. As such, they head back to the clinic. There, Yakumo comes clean, applying for acting like a police officer. There, Godu explains the situation of Hijikata. Apparently, Ando was Kinoshita's junior in medical school and were close. According to him, after his daughter, Ayaka, had died, Ando asked for a picture of her to remember her with, something which looked to be weird behavior. Regardless, Kinoshita gave him the picture Godu had discovered. As Kinoshita is done speaking, Yakumo announces that he had just met with Ayaka's ghost. He claims that her ghost is still lingering in the area where she died, telling all those who pass by to stop it. Yakumo asks if Kinoshita knows why she would do something like that, making him deny any knowledge. However, Yakumo pushes further, asking if Kinoshita is trying to revive his daughter. Nevertheless, Kinoshita answers that it would be his wish if possible. As such, they all leave and decide to find clues to the next key. As they drive, Yakumo notices an E3 painted on the walls. Seeing this, he realizes that the letter is the same letter as on the key. As a result, Godu and Yakumo decided to check 5th place out. As they enter the shed, they slowly sneak in. There, they sense the presence of a human and arm their elves, however.